guys, welcome back to Two Girls, One Bong.
The podcast that's better if you're stoned, and I will shove 10 beans in my nose if you're not. My name is MacDizzle.
I'm Joya. You might recognize us from your favorite viral video, or you might have been watching our content for the last 9 years.
For those of you that are new, we are the original two girls. We've been making content together for more or less a fucking decade. I went to Best Buy the other day and I was like trying to get my laptop fixed, and the guy was like, "Oh, so how long have you been doing YouTube?" Because he was like, "What do you do for a living?" I was like, "Oh, I do like content stuff." And I was like, 10 years. He was like, "Dang." And I was like, "Yeah, not like these new age influencers. I've been doing this before it was a thing."
Yeah, literally, quite literally. I mean, it was a tiny little thing in our industry. It was a tiny little thing, but quite literally before it was a thing.
Yeah, influencers had just been born when I started.
The word influencer
wasn't even a word.
Didn't exist.
It didn't exist.
Yeah,
I was a YouTuber.
Yeah. Yep, and then a WeedTuber,
and then an Instagrammer.
Yeah, it's so funny because that word influencer, like it's so
such
funny
a
to me
negative
that
connotation now.
Which it doesn't, like, for me. Even when it became a thing, I was like, oh, that's the perfect word. Like,
yeah,
that's the perfect word and creator is also a good word. But yeah, I feel like the word influencer got such a bad rep, and I'm like, I like it. So
it honestly comes down to, it's just because some influencers are fucking annoying. It's like that one girl with 10K and she's like, "I'm an influencer and like this is what I do."
No, I think, well,
and no disrespect if you have a small account and you're referring to yourself as an influencer. I'm saying it was the girlies who started that. It was very early in the influencing term world, and the girls were like, "Oh yeah, I'm an influencer. They sent me free products, so that's me."
Right. I feel like, yeah, definitely there's people who latch onto it too quickly.
I think I'm being a little bit of a hater.
It's giving a little bit of hater, but
yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and put my hater hat on and say that it's the bitches with like a ton of fucking followers that just promote anything and everything.
That too. It's like two different things.
Yeah, and not the bitch. Bitches is a genderless word, by the way.
It's genderless.
Any gender. Yeah.
Male bitches and female bitches.
Yeah, exactly. And non-binary bitches.
Non-binary bitches.
Male and female and in between bitches. Yeah. So.
Oh, LOL. Wait. So before we start anything today, A, let's get high. B, okay. Do you remember the mutual friend who's dating? Who I had a bunch of stories about?
Yes.
What did I call him?
I can't remember his name.
Phil? No.
Phil is his friend.
Phil? Phil was the friend. We'll create new names today, but either way, let's start by...
No. We need the names. Dev, could you please find the names, please? While we're taking
it's only two of the same names now.
Yeah. Phil and... What? Alex? Oh, Alex was the friend and Phil was the main guy.
Phil was the main guy. Alex was the friend.
Right? Dev,
we'll explain all of this in a moment.
Yeah. Hopefully people who didn't watch those episodes, which, by the way, if you didn't listen to or watch those episodes, you got to go back.
It's 2 in a row, I think. It's Dating is a Dumpster Fire is the first one, and it's towards the ends of that episode. I give you guys all the chisme on my friend because I don't have any drama in my own life. So I just live for other people's drama. And I talk about it on this podcast. But it's really, really funny. If you just want like some insight into men navigating the dating world, it's hilarious because I have the inside scoop from a man who's friends with men.
Right.
Because even though men might share things with women, it's not the way that they share with their boys.
Mm-hmm. As it is for us as well.
Yeah.
It's not the same. It's not for me personally.
Same. So are you packing? Are you ready?
I am packing.
Are you packing, girl?
I packed before we even got here.
Oh,
I packed before I even came in here.
She's prepared.
And guess what I packed?
Ooh, the glow, baby.
Yeah. So
I love them.
Me too. I actually took some Reclaim out of my reservoir and it's sitting in the freezer right now. And
she said, "Am I feeling crazy? Do I want to pass out for 15 hours?"
And not today, but I will soon.
Yeah.
Someday.
All right. Cheers,
Okay.
queen.
I just clicked mine.
All right, I'm gonna start doing
You go
this.
ahead. You monster ripper, you. Could take you like, you could really rip that thing for a whole minute and be totally fine. Uh-oh.
I appreciate you trying. I just drooled everywhere. So much spit just came out of my mouth.
We love a good drool moment, honestly.
Oh my god, I put wax on that bowl. Give me a moment.
You're so brave. I love that she does that. If you are listening out there or watching and you want just an extra little oomph, but you're not really, you know, a dabber per se, if you go get some wax, like I mean by not a dabber, I mean somebody who doesn't have like a full dab setup, whether that be an e-rig or a torch and a regular nail. If you get you some wax and you just sprinkle a little bit on top, it fucking gets you. That's
Can I get a
MacDizzle's
little
favorite way,
Yeah,
right?
can I get a little Hannah Montana best of both worlds?
Then get the best of both worlds.
Yeah. You get a bong rip and a dab. In
And
my head.
and it fucking gets you. If it gets
No,
MacDizzle, it gets you.
I'm telling you, it gets me better than a bong rip or a dab. Like a bong rip with wax on top feels like I took a bong rip and a dab. Like I don't know how to
And
describe it other than that.
I feel obligated to say, if you've never taken one of those before, you have to like warm up the wax with the lighter for a second. You can't
Yeah,
just
don't
like,
torch the whole bowl. Definitely start melting the wax down into the flour and
right,
then torch the bowl.
right.
Oh, and that's how you get high.
Slay. So
All right.
tell me about Phil, please.
So good old Phil. So I have a friend, Alex, who is very good friends with this man named Phil. These are two fake names for people to protect the identities of everyone involved. I mean, you've never seen these people on social media, so it's not anyone that y'all would know. So please don't sit here and try to put pieces together that don't exist. I've never posted this person. Anyways, and I never fucking will.
Right.
Phil. So last we heard from Phil, Phil was on the apps. Chest started hurting from a girl who went on a date and was like, not really for me. And he was like, oh my God, there's so much to tell you, Joya. There's so much to tell you. I wish I had organized notes. I'm going to try to just keep it all together in my head. I have one very specific note that brought this up.
Okay.
But basically, so since then, he works at this gym, okay? And there's lots of girls that work at this gym, so he's friends with lots of girls. And there's this one girl at his gym, Sam, who she's a woman of color. I'm only mentioning that because it is important information to the story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because Phil is half like Indonesian or something. He's half Asian, and this woman is a woman of color. And so he's really good friends with Sam, and Sam introduced him to this other girl, Jenny. Okay, and he started to like Jenny.
Yeah.
He started to like Jenny because Sam is not his type. And he has told Sam in conversations, she's asked him before, like, hey, like, do you have a crush on me? Sam asked Phil, and Phil told Sam, no, you're not really my type. Which, fucking rude, a little racist,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah.
Anyways,
at the very least, colorist.
At the very least, colorist.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everybody has their own type. I get it. But, like, anyways, moving past it, he starts to like this girl that Sam introduced them to, Jenny.
Yeah.
Jenny, very fucking average. Okay. And I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm just trying to be objective here.
Well, we know about Phil's tendencies.
Phil.
Many of them are
fucking
such.
She gets chest hurt by average baddies. But I'm just saying, like, she just, nothing really stands out about her. She was in a crowd of 100 people.
To
Sam is significantly better looking than Jenny, in my opinion.
Okay.
Sam is very good looking, in my opinion. She's in shape. Like, I think she's a very good looking girl.
Okay.
That said, Sam has a type, and her type is Phil. Her ex was an
Mm,
Asian person. So like she has a type, he has a type,
right.
and they're not matching up,
Yeah.
right? So he likes this girl, Jenny, and he's like pursuing things with Jenny because Sam set them up. But it turns out Sam likes Phil. And so there's like this weird, like, we don't understand why she set him up with this girl.
Yeah.
Because Sam or Jenny was not, it was very clear that Jenny was not interested in Phil. It did not seem like Jenny was interested in Phil at all. And Phil was convinced that he was going to marry this girl.
Oh my God, Phil.
Philip.
Philly,
Yes. He literally, the
Phil.
words, Alex was hanging out with Phil. They were just like hanging out. He went to a show with Phil. So get this. So the girl kept being like, oh yeah, I'm busy. I can't hang out. And so he shows
As
up to
they
one of
do.
her shows. He buys a ticket to this show that she's hosting, and he shows up to it. And he takes Alex with him as his little wingman. And on the way there, they're like not even talking about anything. And he just out of the blue says, I could marry her. Talking about Jenny, the girl whose show he's crashing. And so Jenny's there. Jenny has like 10 guy friends, which, no disrespect, if you're a girl who hangs out with lots of dudes, wonderful. If I
Yeah.
was a man dating you, I would be incredibly insecure. And that's just me as a person. I don't,
Mhm.
you have that. Why are you friends with that many dudes? Men, boys suck.
Yeah. I feel you.
but so it's just a ton of dudes there, and then
Are they
Phil
hot?
and Alex. So super awkward.
Are they hot?
And
The guys.
they're all a certain type, tall, white, bearded dudes.
Oh. Well,
Everybody has a type.
and they do.
Everybody in this story has a type.
I mean, the way you're describing them, I feel like obviously I think that when we're talking about types, everybody does have a type that they gravitate towards, but
Yes.
everybody should be able to say that is an objectively good looking person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And listen, the story has layers to it.
Right. Of
Phil
course it does. It's
has
Phil.
layers.
Duh.
Okay. Of course.
Yeah.
So
Oh my God.
Phil and Alex are at this show. It's super awkward. Alex comes back and tells me, he's like, my friend is delusional. I don't know what to do. Like, he's fucking crazy. He's a crazy person. And so yeah, he's just been kind of pursuing this Jenny thing, and then out of nowhere, he and Sam hook up. Sam.
What?
Yeah. The one that he supposedly wasn't attracted to.
Right.
They hook up hard.
Hard.
Yeah. And so
Big time.
now there's that, and he's like wrestling with all these feelings in his head. And he's like, I don't know, like, do I like her? Like, I feel like if I keep pursuing this, I'm gonna like her. And then he's like, you know what? White girls fucking suck anyways. And I'm just like, you are hilarious. You're so wishy-washy. And I'm just like, he was like considering any person who shows him attention at this point.
Of course.
But yeah, he's like considering this thing with Sam. And like, I want Sam to run. Sam does not deserve this.
Can you please show me Sam?
I will find it and I will send it to you today
Okay.
at some point. I will get it from Alex.
Yeah, I mean, any girl that he like pursues, I feel like you're gonna have that reaction to. Like, he is Phil is a weirdo. He's one of the weirdest guys I've heard anything about in a long time. And it's consistent.
Keep in mind,
behavior.
it's because I'm getting it from a bro.
Right.
Usually you just get like one little, I get the whole thing. I'm like talking to his therapist.
Right.
You know what I mean? I have like the fucking scoop Iana. Because I bet more bros are crazy like this. That said, so he's been like wrestling with these feelings with her, and they were at work at the gym, and there was like some famous dude there, And Sam, I guess, like told him, like, hey, I can bag him, the
Slay,
celebrity. And
Sam.
so she was like being, period, go get him. And so she was being like extra showy at the gym that day, and it like hurt Phil's feelings.
Oh, fuck you, Phil. I don't
And
care.
yeah, and so Phil's feelings were hurt, and because his feelings were hurt, he went up to her and he was like, so how's your
No.
yeast infection?
I bet.
And
That
she did have one at the time.
Oh my God, that's even worse.
I know. I tried to explain to Alex how crucial that was. I was like, that's a line crossed.
That is so fucked up.
It's inappropriate.
Oh my.
Anyway, so because his feelings were hurt, he created a huge fucking mess. And I don't know if he's just like oblivious, because Alex, when he was explaining the story to me, he kind of saw two sides of it. He said if his feelings were hurt, he would have been just done with her to begin with. Like, oh, well, you just want to go do this for another man? Like, fine, go ahead. You know, like, I'm going to go do my own thing.
Even though they're not together.
They're not together.
They're
But I'm saying like
nothing.
that these are the kinds of things that can happen early on when you're talking, and it can make things end or go further or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And for Alex, that would have been an ender for him.
Period.
He doesn't play that game. He doesn't want to.
Yeah.
So, boom. For Phil, no, Phil said, I'm going to hurt you because you've hurt me.
Mm-hmm. As we know, Phil is a fucking 13-year-old trapped in a 20-something-year-old's body, 30-something maybe even. I don't know how old Phil is. He's a child. I hope that I never meet Phil. Ever.
So,
but yeah, keep going.
Yeah, I'm not done.
Yeah. Of course you're not.
This is getting to the main point that I wrote down. The word on my board, it says feelings.
Period.
Okay? It says feelings.
Let's talk about it.
So, obviously, Sam is pissed and has not been fucking with Phil anymore. And
Clearly.
just, like, explained why and was like, that was inappropriate. I don't fuck with you. We're done. I think that's the conversation that happened. I don't know. But he has still been really trying to push things forward and still be friends or whatever it may be. Okay. And so he's reached out and contacted her to talk so that they can talk. And she has agreed, I guess, to speak. So I guess she's not totally done if she's kind enough to go over there and speak to him.
She went over to his house?
She's going to be.
Oh, wow.
So they're going to be meeting. Maybe. But they're going to be meeting up to speak. And Alex was like, oh, I know what I'm going to tell him to do. I'm going to give him the sauce right now. And he said, I'm trying to think of how he said it. But he was like, because I told him, look, he needs to kiss her ass if he wants any chance of reconciling right now. Like, he has to come prepped for the ass kissing. All right. That's all he's going to be doing.
Because you crossed the line, dude.
And you did. That's not funny. That's not cute. That's not something like, that's like 2001 humor, and I'm not laughing.
And I never was. Yeah.
But so he's like, I'm gonna give him the secret sauce, and he's like, I told him, tell her that when she did that, it hurts your feelings. All right. And that's why you did that. And I was like, okay, so wait, so the secret sauce is telling her how it made you feel?
You know, it's funny because usually Alex has really good advice. And I'm not saying that's definitely not bad advice, but that's also like fucking basic, like.
He thought he did something with that. No, and that just like boils it down to like, men, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Talking about your feelings is not secret sauce.
No, it's not.
I mean, it is actually.
Yes. It shouldn't be.
But it's not like game that you I mean, if you got to pass it on like it's game to your homies, I guess I'm happy he encouraged him to talk about his feelings.
Right. And when will we find out if he did When do they hang out?
I think it's supposed to be tonight. I'm not sure. I'll find out though. You know, I'll always get the scoop
I need
because LOL. Poor Sam.
to know. When you said that, he went up to her and said, "How's your yeast infection?" My thought was, because remember, and everyone listening, you'll remember, because in the last story, Phil was texting his brother and asking his brother what he should do in a certain situation.
Mm-hmm.
And his brother gave him the worst fucking advice that you could ever give someone who's trying to actually accomplish something in this
Of any
fucking
meaning with another person.
Yes. And so when you said, "Oh, he went up to her and said, 'How's your yeast infection?'" my immediate thought was, I wonder if he texted his brother and said, like, "What should I do?" But even if he didn't, his brother, being the
Yeah.
little devil on his shoulder,
Little dick.
was like, go talk about her yeast infection.
And I was like, she probably got it from you, bro. And that
also,
means that you have a
yeast
dirty
infections,
dick.
Yeah. But that also, yeast infections can happen from so many
different things.
Like, it is like so stupid. But I don't know what I would do in that situation.
I probably punch him.
I feel like
in
I'd
the
have
face.
to react with physical violence. I feel like there's no other option.
There's no other option.
Like, who the fuck do you think you are, Phil?
Like, I would uppercut you in the jaw. You might have to get dental work after.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's like, why would you do that? Why would you say that? And it just goes to prove how honestly big of a fucking weenie Phil is.
Mm-hmm.
He's the biggest weenie ever.
Such a weenie.
And I am so thankful to him for being that weenie, because we have gotten such great content out of it.
22 minutes of content right now.
Period. And not to mention the other 2 episodes.
Just straight Phil content today. 22 minutes of it.
Phil, I do hope that Tracy is doing well.
I bet she is. She's hot and she's young. So
right.
Go do your thing, girl.
I have to keep yelling at my dogs because Remy obsessively licks Cash, and like, you can fucking hear it in the microphone if you really try. And I'm like, stop. It's just this like, yeah, it's fucking gross.
Ew.
And then I tell them to stop, and then she leans away, and then Cash goes with his mouth open. Like, please come back. It's just so gross. Anyway, thank you so much for that Phil update and story.
Mm-hmm.
I hate him even more. I didn't know that was possible. But
yeah, didn't know it was possible. But here we are.
Yeah.
In 2024, hating him more.
Just more and more every time that we talk about him.
I feel like you had something new to share with me.
I had something to say before we started.
I'm so sorry. Oh,
it's okay. Bitch.
I remember you were talking about it to me when we were sitting here.
Yes, and then I said, let's stop and let's it wasn't important. It definitely wasn't a big thing, but I was like, oh, we can talk about that while we're filming, but I can't remember what it was.
I can't read it. Flashes.
You said something about, looking like a whore.
Looking like a whore?
Yes. So MacDizzle, as soon as we got on camera, she said to me, looking like a whore with your fresh lashes. And I said, thank you. Yeah. It's what we strive for, because we love whores.
Whores get dick.
Whores get dick. Whores get fucked. So,
dang.
But what I was just going to say is that I was like I have to go to like a semi like professional event. And so I was like trying on stuff from my closet, and I have this one like it's like a full jumpsuit. Like, it's like pants, and then it's like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's it comes all the way up to the base of the neck, and it has sleeves that come like here. And it's not fitted. It's like kind of loose. And I put it on and it fit well, but I was like, I can't leave the house with just my arms showing. I need to have some more skin showing. I just can't. I can't do it. I literally need to have some skin showing, and I don't. It's like I think back to when I was, so much younger, 15 years ago. And I was like 13 years old and I was dressing, I'm not like a full slut, but I had my little booty shorts on and
Yeah.
I was getting dress coded on a regular basis and I was showing skin.
I never got dress coded in my life. Not
That's because you
once.
got dress coded before you left your house.
Sometimes I would even bring clothes to school to get changed
To
into.
change. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know why I'm like that, but I need to show some skin. I need to look like a whore a little bit.
I get that. I respect
Yeah.
that. Amen
No
to you.
Hillary Clinton core.
Thank you for doing what you do.
Thank you for thanking me,
For
for
servicing
acknowledging
our
me, for
community.
seeing me. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Preserving our culture, our whore culture. Absolutely.
Thank you for doing
Yeah.
that.
You're so welcome. Should we do some Am I the Assholes?
Yeah, I'm down.
I love this podcast. I'm gonna take another dab because I'm crazy.
Period. I'm gonna take a bonger with some wax on it.
Okay. I'm gonna hit. Yeah. I'm gonna go again too. I love this thing so much.
Isn't it so great? I'm so glad that you're getting use out of it. That brings my heart
Daily,
joy.
multiple times daily.
Good. Oops.
Also, something I would like to say. Stream Diddy Party by Alicia Goku.
Stream Diddy Party.
I saw your story and it just like reminded me to put it on.
Yeah.
And I listened to it 10 times in a row on my way home.
As you should, as one does.
Yeah.
Because it's that good.
It is honestly so good. Diddy Party by Alicia Goku. Literally obsessed.
What was I gonna say? I had something. A nugget. Oh! Detroit Lions won a playoff game for the first time in my lifetime.
Literally?
It's the very first social media post about a Detroit Lions win ever in history.
Oh my God. Babe, can you hear me? Oh, he might be in a meeting. Dude, that's such a funny way to put it. That's the first social media post. Honestly, it has been just crazy because I feel so happy and so proud. And I can't even imagine how Adam feels having been a fan. So yeah,
long. He's
yes,
through
literally.
the mud.
Yes, 30 fucking years. I think they said like, dude, like
it was since 1991.
1991. So it's been
a long
over 30 years
time
since the Detroit Lions won a playoff game. And oh my God, did you watch the game? We won by 1 point. It was like a very fucking close game. It was like, oh my God, so good. And I'm so glad thank you for acknowledging that. Very, very, very exciting.
Gotta shout out the underdogs because I know that because there's so many people who've just hopped on the bandwagon of liking the Detroit Lions now. And
I'm sure they have.
And that's fine. I don't care. Like, give them the money, give them the merch money, like buy the stuff, support. Yeah. However, I need to recognize that Spoons has been a fan for the longest fucking time.
Life. He was like 4 years old when he chose.
And they've just
Lions.
been losing. He had to sit through the 2008 0-16 losing streak.
Dude, there was just when I really started watching football. So in the last 6 years or so, there's been like a 1-16 or something.
Oh my God, look at us speaking about sports.
I know. And I'm so sorry to everybody who's listening who's not a sports fan, because I know it fucking sucks when you're not a sports fan. You have to listen to people talk about it. But just very, 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 if anything, if nothing else, it's an underdog story. And the Lions have sucked for so fucking long. And now they're finally a really great team and getting all of the recognition that they deserve.
Even if they don't win go to the Super Bowl, like next year, they're still on the path to just keep doing better and better and better.
100%, and that's all it's been up since the head coach came in some years ago. So very, very exciting. Thank you for acknowledging that. It's been a very exciting couple of days because of that. I actually just saw earlier today the manager of a restaurant that we go to that it's a Lions bar. It's not really a Lions bar.
You guys go there.
Yes. And so I saw this person who manages that place. And he was like, I asked him if it was crazy the other night when we
Totally
won the game.
insane.
And he said it was nuts. And he said, you should come this weekend because now we're in the divisional. So it's
Yeah.
where we play the Bucks next
The Bucks
weekend.
aren't even that good. The Bucks have a terrible quarterback. You have a good chance of winning.
Well, they just beat which the Eagles kind of suck, but they just beat the Eagles last
How
night.
dare you? Go Birds. Philly.
Oh, but so wait, is
No,
Raju?
he's not even a Philly fan.
Okay,
But
I'm
his
like,
mom
well,
is. But his mother is, and his sister is. And I respect those women to my core. So
okay,
go Birds.
that's fair. Yeah, they just had. Let's stop talking about this. Let's
Yeah.
save this for our personal time. I'm so sorry, everybody.
Am I the
Okay.
asshole?
Yes, am I the asshole? So, am I the asshole for having a dry wedding and serving only water for drinks?
I don't
Okay.
even drink, and I'm like, ugh, sounds boring.
Well, so I would say, are you the asshole for having a dry wedding? No, but are you the asshole for only serving water? Yeah.
Yeah, well, not even a Shirley Temple?
Yeah, like what the fuck? Okay.
Jesus, where you at?
Yeah. Okay, so basically my husband and I are getting married later this year. Each of our sides of the family are fairly big. It'll be around 100 to 150 people total. My husband and I are paying for all of this ourselves, as well as my grandma, who said she doesn't care one way or another on the issue. She just loves weddings. Shout out, Grandma.
Shout out Gina.
We have a lot of kids in our family, so we decided against making it child free, but we did decide to make it dry. So there will be no alcohol of any kind at our wedding. Honestly, this doesn't have anything to do with there being kids, but due to the fact that my fiance and I don't drink. Nothing against people who do. It's just not for us, and we don't want to. On top of that, we only really drink water. We rarely, if ever, drink soda. So most of the time, it's only water with the occasional juice and milk. We don't even drink coffee. Okay. So obviously the food.
Now you're getting annoying to me.
Yeah. Now the occasional juice or milk.
Shut
What
the
are we
fuck
fucking
up.
12?
You're drinking cow titty milk? But no
Sicko.
coffee? You sick
Literally.
fuck.
Disgusting. So obviously the food, which is a part my grandma is not paying for, is going to be expensive for that many people. We're having our wedding catered, so everyone will have a good choice of food to choose from, but to drink only water will be provided. We don't want to have to pay for alcohol or soda. It is just a large added expense when we can just do filtered water for a much cheaper cost.
So keep going.
You don't want to buy sodas? I
I'm
honestly,
gonna let
why?
you finish.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you
Okay.
finish.
Well, when family and friends found out, being got angry. I don't know what she was trying to say there. Some of them got angry. Some didn't really care, but some are really upset about it. Saying that I can just have an open bar so I don't have to pay for drinks. We could, but still have to pay for the bartender, and we just really don't want to bother with alcohol there. Or we should at least have soda, because how can we expect everyone to drink only water? Yeah. The kids will be upset. The wedding will be boring. That is not how weddings work, etc. So am I the asshole? I didn't think this would be a problem. It's only water. I mean, don't most people drink water every day anyway? Should we pay the extra to have soda to make the family happy? Yes. You weirdo. If you
How
can't
much do
afford
a
to
couple 2 liters cost?
No. It's not first of all, it's 100 to 150 people. So it's not a couple 2 liters, but
Come on,
uh
add it on the bill.
dude, go to honestly, also, you know what you could do is you could go to your family and say, if all of you guys want to pitch in on this,
No, and
then we can
also,
have it.
are you allowed to BYOB? Bring your own booze?
So I I feel like yes, but I feel like yes, that would be because how could you say, I don't know this person, but I feel like in general at dry weddings, I've brought my own. I've brought my own
Is it just
to
like
dry
in a
weddings.
flask?
Yeah, or in the car and you just pop back out to go refill. I've
Ugh.
went to a couple that were beer and wine only, and that's not my jam.
That's not a
So,
dry wedding at all. That's lit.
well, it's not dry. Yeah, it's only beer and wine, and I don't drink those. So, I was like, I'm not gonna just be
I'm just
sober
not
when
gonna be
everybody else is drinking.
sober.
When everyone
Like,
else
I'm
is.
having a hard time relating because me and Rajul don't drink,
Yeah.
but I would absolutely pay for an open bar at my wedding.
Yeah.
Because
Well, but you know
because
what?
I know, like, the culture of my friends and my family, and, like, for them to have a good time at my wedding, I know what that needs to be.
Right, which is fucked.
No, I don't think that's
It's
fucked.
I think it is. I think our our addiction to alcohol as a culture is pretty
Yeah,
fucked.
yeah. But I
Um,
also don't think it's so bad because, like, I feel like the elephant in the room that isn't addressed with drinking is it just makes it less awkward being yourself.
yeah,
You know, like, you're less
yeah,
hindered by that. It makes you feeling like it makes you just feel like a little bit more comfortable in yourself.
yes,
And I think
definitely.
that's a huge thing that just loosens people up and makes people have a great time.
Yeah,
Me, I want to drink until I black out.
right.
You know, and there's other people in my family who obviously have the same problem as me. They just don't deal with it the same way
They
I
don't
do.
yeah,
You
I
know,
mean, they probably don't acknowledge it at all.
maybe
So,
not.
I
But yeah, so it's you know it's a thing. But also on that same note, like their problem is not harmful to me.
right.
So I'm okay if they want to like come to my wedding and get lit. Like that sounds
Yeah,
fun. I love watching drunk people have a good time.
yeah. I mean, I think at the very least, if you can't buy soda for 100 to 150 people, which, yeah, you're right, not all of them are gonna drink soda, but if you can't have enough soda for what the fuck,
What about you
why
if you
are you getting
provide some
married?
milk and a little bit of juice?
Right, the occasional and you can put it on the menu, the occasional juice or milk.
You can each have a shot of milk and a
Yes,
shot of
right.
OJ.
They're measuring the
Yeah, yeah,
fucking
yeah. I
uh,
to me, like to each their own. It's your fucking wedding. It's your fucking world, and if that's the world you want to live in, I support it. I don't think that makes you an asshole. I don't think you're an asshole for wanting to have your wedding a certain way. Do I think it's kind of a weird thing? Yeah. Like I don't. Let's just give people soda.
somebody somebody in the comments said, "Here's the thing about weddings. The marriage ceremony is for you and your fiance. The wedding is for everyone you've invited. It's an event you're hosting, and
Period.
not providing any drinks other than water makes you a bad host or hostess."
Period. And
Because
that's
yeah, this
exactly.
says people
But you
make
don't have to be a good host.
no, you don't. You don't. But why have a wedding? Well, oh my god, this is so
Because the wedding is like that's a party. You're throwing a party for all of your favorite people to celebrate you.
yeah.
In like you want them to just I don't know, it's just a little stingy. I guess it's just like a
Yes.
difference in opinion.
Yeah, I mean, and all of these are going to be, that way. But yeah, I think they need to have something other than water. Sodas, mocktails, whatever.
Something. My boyfriend, 22 male, and I, 19F. Another age gap. Just kidding.
22 and 19.
My boyfriend, 22 male, and I, 19 female, have been together for 4 years now. Okay. I'm going to keep this short because it's dumb, but also a very recurring issue in our relationship. He will leave me undelivered for hours no matter what he's doing. I've tried to compromise and ask that he text me within at least 2 hours, unless he's told me that he's going to be busy beforehand, so I know not to worry. That's 19-year-old behavior.
Yes.
But today he went to work and he works for his father, not any regular boss. So he texted me last at 4:50 p.m. and I waited 2 hours and then took a nap and told him before I went to sleep that I if I woke up without a text from him, I would be upset, and that's what happened. He didn't call me until almost 8:30 p.m. and is mad at me that I expected him to at least think of me and text me once within almost 4 hours. And he works for his dad, so it's not like his dad will fire him for being on his phone, or he could have gone to the
No.
bathroom and texted me just once from there. I wasn't asking for a phone call or a long text conversation, just a quick update that he was still working and loves me. He says I'm controlling and insecure and demanding. So am I the asshole for wanting a text back within 45 or within 4 hours?
Well,
Maybe
first of all, she said 2 hours at the beginning.
yeah.
So, is it 2 hours or is it 4 hours? Yes, you are controlling.
What the
But I
hell?
also think that that's a way that all of us act when we're
19.
kids, you know? Yeah.
She's simply 19.
Yes.
There's no, it's
Yeah.
not there, like, there's no fixing this for her right now. She just has to grow up a little bit
Yeah.
and
And
become more
probably
secure. That comes with
exactly.
age, you know?
Either she needs to be more secure in general, or he maybe did something to make her act like that. You know what? I was watching, have you seen, you probably haven't seen the show, but we were watching it when we were in California, Married at First Sight. Adam and I are watching it.
Mhm.
And there's this one couple who it's like the guy is like 34 or 36 and the girl is like 27, 28. So like it's not a
It's not
huge
a
age gap,
huge
but
gap,
it's
but, like, if they
enough.
were younger, it'd be like, ew.
Yes. And so she is still in her like party, era.
Oh, the alcoholic. I
Yes.
remember
Virginia.
yeah, you telling me about her.
Yes, Virginia and Eric. And Eric, was like, he was like saying similar stuff like that. Like she, she brought up like, oh, you said like we need to be like texting like all the time, the constant communication. And he was like, yeah, I feel like a text like once an hour is like not that big of a deal. Yeah. And this is like a 35-year-old man we're talking about. Yeah. And then she later on in the season, she's like, he told me that he wants me to text him every hour. And when he was gone, I didn't get that same courtesy from him. He was like not like I didn't talk to him for hours on end, which is like I don't think that she cared until he did. But
Yeah.
there are times when I'm out of town and I'm busy that I don't talk to Adam all day.
Yeah.
And it's like just what it is.
He has my location. He can call me if he needs me,
Totally. He knows if I'm alive.
you know?
Well, mostly.
He knows if I'm on the move at the very
He
least.
knows if I've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake.
Period,
Yeah.
Santa. But yeah,
Um,
no, I don't want to call this person an asshole. I just want to say you're 19.
just
Talk to me, and if you're doing this at
yes.
25,
And
look in the
she
mirror.
hopefully won't be. Hopefully she
You know,
won't be.
6 years is a long time.
Okay, this next one is a long one. So,
I'm gearing up.
42F, married my husband, 39M, 2 years ago. It's another one of those age gaps. What the fuck? It's so
What the
weird.
fuck is going on with these
Literally
people?
disgusting. 42 years
Gross.
old dating a 39-year-old. What is wrong with you?
Date someone your own age. Jesus Christ.
We were friends first, so we knew exactly how big our family would get. All of our kids had time to adjust, and we have tweaked things along the way. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't read the title. Okay, this is not good. Am I the asshole for not wanting my stepdaughter to come over anymore? Yes, you are. Well, probably. My one stepdaughter, 14, and yes, you're an asshole, 14 and not biologically his, is constantly talking bad about myself, her father, and her sisters, making some of them cry, to our live in daughter in law, 18. She brags about all this money that's spent on her by her family and is constantly talking about what boy to date next. Her sisters and my daughter in law have politely asked her to stop talking about these things, but she won't stop. She also tries to dress provocatively.
He's
Me just,
disgusting.
yeah, I hate her. My husband and I have discussed things with her before to make it clear that she needs to stop this behavior. It's a hassle to get her to do anything around the house as she just wants to be on her phone all day. Her mom and I aren't on the best terms, so asking her for help is not an option. The other day, she was telling my daughter in law that I am batshit crazy and I have no right to remove her phone from her possession at any time. I, of course, filled in my husband on everything, and he feels that she's just a little girl and needs to be able to vent to people in the house. If it was one person, I would understand, but she's venting to everyone about everyone. Her sisters, my daughter in law, my sons, and I are all sick of the drama. We know that having a lot of girls in the house, 6 teenage girls, woo, will automatically have more drama. But whenever this one stepdaughter is gone, things are way more peaceful. Almost everybody in the house would be happy if she would just stay at her mom's, and her father has already given her that option. I did find out that she does not want to come to our house at all. She comes only because her mom makes her and wants to know every detail of what happens in the house when the little kids, 7, 7 and 9, are here. since she doesn't want to be here and almost everyone doesn't want her to be here, am I really the a-hole for not wanting her to come over anymore? FYI, the mother of the stepdaughter in this story is my husband's second ex-wife. His first ex-wife and I get along great and co-parent very well together. I do have good relationships with his other children. This is an update. I realize there's some info that would put things more into perspective, so I apologize for that missing. My husband met his daughter when she was 4, married mom at 5, and divorced at 9. He wanted to adopt her since her bio dad was okay with it and had no interest in her, but mom said no. The 18-year-old daughter-in-law is a senior in high school who moved in with me full-time because her family was starving her. My son's in college and lives with me only half the time. Both work and pay their portion of the bills, so there's no mooching. They aren't married yet, just engaged, but she's my daughter-in-law. Whatever. So,
None of that information matters to me.
yeah, not at all. Not at all. Yes, I do think this person is the asshole.
Yeah. It's a child.
It is a child. And you know what? I have seen in people very close to me who have stepchildren, I've seen children be
Mistreated.
bad, conniving,
Oh.
and mean to other
Mm-hmm.
kids.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can understand the frustration with a kid because especially when they start to get, when at that age, a lot of times you don't give a fuck. You think you know everything.
Mm-hmm.
I was like that for a little bit in my younger years. Like I really thought I did not give a fuck. I thought I knew everything and I was an asshole for a little bit. And so I know that kids are capable of that.
Yeah.
But like you are the adult. Period. Like this is a
Yeah.
14-year-old we're talking about.
It's a baby.
Yeah. And
And not
clearly
only that,
she's
like, look at the environment that you're shoving her into.
right. Yep. That
Like,
definitely.
I hate it when stepmoms act like that with the dad's kids. Like, that's just so grotesque to me. Like, do
Mhm.
better.
And also, I can tell what kind of person she is by saying when she says, my one stepdaughter, 14 and not biologically his. So you're making differentiations at the
You're trying
very
to put distance between her and him.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, what the fuck ever. He wants her in his life.
Yep.
Period.
And she said that she doesn't want to go over to his house, but that doesn't mean she doesn't want to have a relationship with him.
Yeah, you know?
Um,
And she's also 14. She doesn't know what the fuck she wants.
yeah.
That's
I
why
mean,
people make decisions for her.
and clearly this little girl has her biological dad wants nothing to do with her. Her mom has been married and divorced since, clearly there's been some fucking trauma.
Turmoil,
So
you
can we
know?
give this little girl a little bit of grace,
Yes,
please?
she's gone through a fucking lot, bro. People are
Yeah,
so stupid. Oh
they
my
really are.
god. I hate it when people choose relationships over children.
Yeah, I agree.
It's gross.
It is gross.
All right. Oh Jesus.
Is it another long one?
It's a wordy one. It's not too bad. Maybe I'm just like not used to reading. It's like 4 sentences long.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. Am
oh,
I the asshole for telling my girlfriend that she needs to learn when to shut the fuck up? I think we already read this one. Am I the asshole for asking my grandmother to pay me for moving furniture for her?
I don't know yet.
I don't like where this is going. I, 17 female, was asked by my grandmother, 63, who is my legal guardian, to move some furniture in and out of where we live, mostly for the living room and her bedroom. This is terrible grammar. I'm so sorry, guys. As well as to New Jersey to replace worn down furniture at my great grandmother's. No biggie. Physical labor in itself isn't something I'm incapable of. Keep in mind, the furniture being moved essentially will revamp the whole living room in both apartments as well as her room. Once she laid all of this out to me, I agreed and asked, how much will I be getting paid for all this? She responds by calling me selfish and going on about how she provides for my food and education because my mother, who's incredibly irresponsible and constantly getting evicted from any house she moves in within a year, and how I myself have received furniture of my own, which is true, a bigger bed, wardrobe, and wall mounted television, but I had to move those myself as well. I responded with the claim that physical labor of this caliber is too much to be done for free, but she shut me down and said if she pays me for this, then I'll start paying towards rent and food as well, and she'll take a large portion of whatever money I earn from lawn mowing on the side. At this point, I stopped talking and now here I am. So Reddit, please let me know if I'm the asshole here. 17 these
Yes.
kids, bro. What the fuck? Asking your
How dare
granny who
you?
fucking takes care of you. What is wrong with these kids? I never thought I would be this person. What the fuck are you talking about? That's your granny. She can't move that shit herself.
Yeah. What the fuck is wrong with you?
She out here paying your light bill, your fucking car note, whatever the fuck you do on the side. And how dare you? I would
Yeah.
slap the shit out of her. Granny, let me know if you need me to slap the shit out your granddaughter because I fucking will for free. For free.
You do nice things for your grandparents because they're old and they can't do themselves or they can't do it
And you do
themselves.
nice things for people because she's been taking care of you. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Not that it's supposed
Yeah.
to be like transactional, but like she shows you love, you show her
It's
love. That's like basic, just basics.
it's the least you can do. The very least.
The very fucking least.
Yeah. What is wrong with these kids?
These goddamn kids. They make me sick.
They make me sick.
I think we're like more or less at the end here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like been an
Yeah.
hour.
Should we take one more rip?
Yes.
Yes. For sure. Definitely. What?
Nothing. I just was trying to do like an echo effect.
Oh. Because I was like, I can't hear you. What'd
Oh,
you say?
period. Yeah, I got really quiet. I succeeded.
She got super quiet. I'm not ready anymore, but I will be in just a second.
No, I know.
You can go ahead. You start. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, we do hope you enjoyed this episode.
We do, and we will see you next fucking week, hopefully, as long as nothing derails us. But hey, something tried to derail us this week, and we are still here.
And that we are.
Period.
That we are.
All right.
We love you.
So much. ILITTYLY.